What does it mean to make a game that resonates? A game that is more than just an interactive experience. An art form that has meaning. Something expressive that tells a story we may have heard, but from a perspective you've never seen. Milk Inside a Bag of Milk Inside a Bag of Milk, and its subsequent sequel, Milk Outside a Bag of Milk Outside a Bag of Milk, made me remember what games used to be. Milk 1 and Milk 2, which is what I'm going to be referring to them as for the rest of the video, reminded me what games were supposed to be. An expression of art.
Did you break the milk?
I first discovered Milk 1 looking for games to play when this channel used to be a Let's Play style channel. My criteria were weird, interesting, and most importantly of all, cheap. I think I picked this game up for less than $1. It still regularly goes on sale, so you can probably catch it on sale pretty easily. The game centers around a girl whose task is to buy a bag of milk for her mother. A task that is constantly impeded by her hypothetical inability to speak with people, most importantly, the cashier. The player, who is a voice in the girl's head, must help her navigate this otherwise simple task and make her way home. The game deals with psychosis and trauma. The girl in the story is constantly having hallucination. Her perception of reality is warped and strange, turning things like the cashier into an alien and a truck into a bear. There's a part in the game where the girl, through the player's dialogue choices, will break the fourth wall, directly talking to you. She tells you of her father's death from his own hand. Sorry, I want this video to be seen, so I can't say the S word. And the trauma she's experienced because of it. The game ends with her returning home and her mother telling her to go to bed. I liked this game. The art style conveyed a deep unease combined with the droning music. I actually felt creeped out at times. I'd honestly recommend it, especially because you can usually get it on sale, and it only took me about 20 minutes to get through the first time.
I was sure I'd be able to change something. After all, I was able to buy milk, you know?
I've never been more unsettled by an opening cutscene. Milk 2 starts immediately after the first game ends, the introduction keeping with the original style of the game, going through the events of the girl making her way to her room while being chased by shadows, eventually attacked by a monster that we can only assume is her mother, since it seems to share some of the same features as her mother from the end of the first game. I've wondered what the creature injected into her. Maybe it wasn't an injection. Maybe it was a cigarette burn used as punishment for drinking the last of the milk, which prompted her mother to send her to the store in the first place. But that's just my interpretation. The art style changes from here to something that's more in line with a visual novel, though it keeps a few background references to the original style as well. Kind of a mishmash of clarity and confusion. We see her standing in front of a mirror, performing, as she puts it, the necessary preparations to go to bed, talking about how she's not tired and how she once loved anticipating the inevitable moments when reality and the dream world would crash. How she only awoke for that moment's sake, but now she feels no need for it. She also talks about her medication and how she doesn't know what they do separately because she always takes a bunch of them without thinking. This kind of hits home a bit. There was a moment in my life, around the time I had lost my dad, where instead of helping me deal with my grief, medical professionals loaded me up with medication and turned my sadness into nothingness. After a few moments, we the players say hey for the first time. We transition to an overview of her bedroom. Though the room is clear and understandable, the outside is distorted with floating objects. This may be because her room is comfortable, familiar, and safe. The contrasts of what she considers to be a safe place and what she considers not to be are done very well. The room is detailed and complete, but the outside is red and mysterious, unfinished, as though it's strange and uninviting. We have a conversation about the day being exhausting and her side effects of the made-up medication she decided to take instead of her real ones. She was trying to take control. Her mind is not hers anymore. The small victory of buying milk gave her the confidence to try and take back her mind, though she realized fairly quickly that she couldn't do it. Eventually, she takes her medication. She thought that she could do it alone, but it wasn't something that she could do. The way the game makes you feel, the empathy, the want for her to feel better is crazy good. I've felt empathetic for characters in video games before, but not to this extent. There's things I've never experienced that the character is going through, but the way it's done in this game, the way it's written, the way it's described and shown, it makes me feel as though I'm almost going through it as well. On the floor, she lies contemplating where death will come from, preferring it to come from above rather than below. She begins imagining her thoughts as fireflies as she waits for the moment to observe them, but unfortunately it never comes. Eventually, becoming frustrated, she yells and scatters them across the room. Then something happens. I honestly wanted to show more for this video, but this game is so unique and interesting that I feel I'd be doing a disservice to you by doing that. Honestly, this game is so good in so many ways. The art style, the storytelling, the way there is no magic fix where everything is all tidied and cleaned up at the end of the story. The way the developer tackles this subject, not just through dialogue, but through visual representation and even the music, makes this game an absolute treat to experience. I honestly can't recommend them enough, especially if you want a deep experience with a lot of thought that's been put into it. Anyway, unfortunately, we're at the end of this video. I thank you guys for watching. Let me know down below if there's any games you want me to check out and make a video on. If you like this video, you know what to do. And I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.